Hello everyone, Castle95 here, and tonight we're going to talk about Impact Wrestling SIENNA. At first, SIENNA was just Maria's enforcer. She was there to make people obey to Maria. Before that, Maria gained control over the Knockouts division and was having a rivalry with Gail Kim. So Maria's girls, SIENNA, Ali, and Laurel Vanessa, came to the scene with a specific objective. SIENNA beat Gail Kim in a one-night-only pay-per-view in her debut with Maria and Bennett's help. So clearly she was going to be the power of this new kind of faction. Before going more further, let's talk about the Analysing background of SIENNA and this whole classy AF thing surrounding her character. As I did with my Rosemary video, I am going to strictly talk about Impact Wrestling SIENNA, the one that we see every week on Pop TV, and not so much about her entire wrestling history with the AK-47. But we can't ignore that the Analysing character that we see on the Independent not only has heavily inspired the SIENNA that we all know and love, but it's actually the one that is coming out of SIENNA in Impact Wrestling week after week. Basically, as SIENNA described her Analysing character, is that you don't have to be submissive in order to be classy, that you can get what you want when you want it without having to lose your class. The very first Analysing t-shirt was the one with a little girl wearing a nice dress, drinking tea with her pinkies up, holding an AK-47. This picture and the contrast between these two main elements actually give us all the information we need to know about who really SIENNA is. After winning the Knockouts title, she maintained a rivalry with really any other Knockout that wasn't part of the Maria's Lady Squad. Maybe except for Marty Bell, who actually helped her regain her title on Slammiversary 2016. But her main rival was Gail Kim. Even to this day, one of the main objectives in SIENNA's list is to bury Gail Kim's legacy. And also, she didn't have to face Rosemary during 2016 because Rosemary was busy with Decay, and actually the ladies squad and Rosemary got to work together against Gail Kim at some point, so there wasn't really a reason for these two to fight. That's why their match at Slammiversary 2017 was so important and great. Anyway, since the whole Ali and Braxton incident, adding to that the Laurel Vanessa wedding stuff, Maria and Bennett left the company and their faction in pieces. Laurel was devastating, Ali was already out of the squad, so things were up to SIENNA. She was the only one that could rebuild this thing and make something good out of it. It was a really big challenge. She not only would have to take Maria's spot before the people in charge give that spot to someone else, but she also had to manage Laurel Vanessa's situation. And what did she do? She stepped up and accepted the challenge and took over. Starting really slow, taking things with calm. First, dealing with Laurel and finding the way to use her in that state to make something out of it and get revenge over Ali. Because we have to remember that in Impact's fiction, Maria is gone because she had a stroke and died because of what happened at the wedding. So she had a plan. Number one on the list was take Maria's spot in a way that she would be proud of and would push SIENNA to the top of the Knockouts division. Number 2, avenge Maria's death and Laurel's broken state by making Braxton and Ali's life a living nightmare. And number 3, get all the gold that she can. She had to become a manager, a leader, and at the same time stay in the top of the Knockouts division. SIENNA kicked off calling Mackenzie McKenna and continued to bully her until now. By the way, watch their segment on One Night Only No Surrender. Then she had to take care of Laurel Vanessa and her state, preparing her for her matches, intervening in KM and Kong and Laurel's matches, staying ringside. If you count all the promos that she has cut from the stage, her segments with Mackenzie and Laurel Vanessa, the video packages for the arrival of Kongo Kong, her segment with Karen Jarrett, and the matches that she has had since Maria left since March 9th, when the new Jarrett era started, she has not only filled Maria's spot, but in 4 months she has achieved more time on TV and a lot of more things than in 2016. Now let's talk about SIENNA's personality. You may think that she got one after she was forced to take Maria's place, but she has always got a big dominant personality. Not only we can see that when she enjoys destroying Gail Kim and Brooke following orders by Maria, but she always was the one in control of Laurel and Ali. Meanwhile, Ali and Laurel were too busy fighting over Braxton, Sienna was paying attention to Maria, studying her rivals, learning how to get what she wants on the impact zone, and how to always be the one in control. She always was willing to fight anybody. At first, just so she can beat people up, because she knew she was on the winning side. In 2016, we can see a more impulsive and overconfident Sienna. Remember that time when she was okay fighting Lashley for her title after Destination X 2016? That's how confident Sienna was, and she still is. The only difference is that now she has a plan. She's no longer following orders, she's giving them, and she has people under her responsibility. She not only kept her relationship with Laurel, which was a really smart move because she didn't really had a reason to help Laurel. They weren't really friends, they just happened to be part of the same squad at the same time. But Sienna needed Laurel to complete her plan. She knew that having her by her side would be helpful in the future, but she didn't stop there. She bring over her cousin KM to intimidate her enemies and got Kongo Kong's services to take care of Braxton. Another important thing is that she knows how to deal with authority figures. She has seen Maria doing it before, she knows how to get what she wants, and that's why she goes straight to Karen Jarrett's face and tucks her way into a title shot against Christina Voneri for the GFW Women's Championship, which, by the way, I hope she returns soon. I mean Christina. Anyway, she was not afraid of pushing Karen Jarrett to the limit, and then she not only beats Christina Voneri and wins the title, but she shoves it on Karen's face right after, which confirms to us the fact that she has the skills to back up her word, because after that she declares that she wants to unify the titles at Slammiversary, but doesn't really start a campaign against Rosemary. In fact, it's Rosemary the one that intervenes in Sienna's plans, saving Ali following the Hive order. Since day one, she would came to the ring with her pinkies up and step by step add more things from Analysing K to Sienna, starting with the feather shoulder piece, and then finally in 2017 her whole promos and segments with the mic. This transition started slow, and after Maria leaving, it just went from 0 to 100 in 1 week, managing Laurel, KM and Kong, going face to face with Karen Jarrett and Christina Voneri, and unifying the titles at Slammiversary. When Sienna says it feels good to do what I said I was going to do, she really mean it. She debuted in 2016 being considered a champion from the beginning, and now in 2017, as she said, she's 2-0 at Slammiversary and 2-0 in championship. She was presented as the evolution of the knockout, what a next level knockout looks like, just showing off her MMA background and her years of experience. But now she's not only that, but she's a leader and someone that KM and Laurel look up to. She controls the monster that Kongo Kong is, and how cool is that Sienna gave Laurel her personal monster to deal with her problems, even though it's inevitable to see everyone go by themselves at some point. Right now they depend on Sienna, and right now Sienna is a double champion and has people following her orders. You can see that she is the brain behind all the plans. When Rosemary appears out of nowhere to protect Ali, Laurel doesn't even notice it. Meanwhile, Sienna is immediately thinking a strategy, first offering Rosemary an alliance, and obviously that didn't work, and then starting a campaign against her, concentrating all her attention in beating Rosemary at Slammiversary. How does she confront Rosemary in a battle for dominance over the Knockouts division? Doing what she does best, bullying the hell out of Rosemary. Everything that she has been doing to Ali these past 6 months, Sienna is doing to Rosemary in 5 weeks or so. She not only attacks her in the ring, but she also attacks the persona of Rosemary, even the wrestler behind Rosemary, calling her, and I quote, nothing more than a goth girl mad at the world because we expose her as the outcast that she is. When Sienna says I spit fire and don't forget who has the AK-47, she really means it. She's not afraid of attacking you physically or psychologically. She doesn't care if her opponents get injured because of her beatdowns or traumatized because of her word, as we have seen with her victims Ali and Rosemary. The AK-47 means control, means she's calling the shots in the impact zone. When the bells in her entrance theme song sound, you're dead, and especially after Slammiversary, now that she has beaten Rosemary and is the unified champion. Sienna now more than ever is ruling the Impact zone. I don't know what will happen in the future, but hopefully Impact continues to showcase this amazing talent on TV every week. And that's it for today's video. I hope you like it. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.